Welcome to Between the Ropes. We have a mouth-watering contest for you, October 21st. I'm joined by Johnny Nelson and Spencer Oliver. And guys, we know what we're going to be talking about. Humdinger of a fight. Probably the one that has caught the attention of the public most. Mikael Lawal, the British champion, faced Isaac Chamberlain.
I like this. And I've already made my mind up on this one. And I'll tell you how, where, when it all happened.
You were there.
It all happened for me.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Oh, you know where I'm going. So I've done the head-to-head, didn't I? And straight away I recognised, right, so look, they're both great fighters, yeah? Mikael Lawal's done well, he's picked up the British title, and as we said with Isaac Chamberlain, the only 2 losses on his record, both to world champions in Lawrence Okolie and Chris Smith. But I was just looking at them both and I'm going, he's inside your head, he's living rent-free. When someone's living rent-free in your head, and I'm talking about Isaac Chamberlain living rent-free in Lawal's head, I go, when someone's living rent-free, he's got a massive, huge start on this one. And like, Lawal's one of those fighters, he's heavy-handed. His legs are not great. He's quite flat-footed, heavy-handed, everything's here. Single. Where Chamberlain's the one that can go through the gears. He sets traps, he draws in, and he can bite down on his gum shield. You go to that Chris Smith fight of the year contender. It was for my fight of the year, that was. You look at the second round where, you know, he hurt Billam Smith massively, then Billam Smith hurt him. Then you get into the 11th round and Chamberlain's gone again and you just think the fight could be over and then he comes back again and then he's got Billam Smith in trouble. You just look at it in the back and forth and that grit, determination, heart experience, that level of fighting, for me, I go for. It's an easy one for me. I think Isaac Chamberlain wins inside the distance.
You know what, I think...
Inside the distance?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Do you know what? Around the halfway mark.
Yeah. So I actually agree. I think Isaac Chamberlain gets in. I think if it gets stopped, it's by the referee. Because I think he starts to give him a good beating. Now, you've got to look at Isaac Chamberlain's history.
I'll give you another way it could get stopped and all. He could retire on his stool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it'll get to a point where he knocks him out cold. I think the referee will jump in the stadium or he's on his stool or the corner stadium. And I tell you, because of this, Isaac Chamberlain used to be a sparring partner for Deontay Wilder. I knew this kid before he'd even turned pro. And he's and I'm like, what are you doing? He said that, and so he's a tough kid. Yeah. He's got a big heart. Yeah. I think he took sparring partner mentality too much, and so therefore when it's come to count, when it's come to box for the big fights, he's happy to be second place when he's up against it. Now he's in a position where he can cause trouble in an empty room, and that's what he's done with Lawal. And he's proper wound him up. He's called boxing foreplay. He's wound him up, he's got him already, dragged him into his fight.
You know what, you're from that gym where you played the mind games, you played the psychological battles, you know, a lot of Ingle fighters were those fighters that you got inside their heads. And when you're living rent-free, you've effectively already won the fight. So you've recognised that is, I mean, how important is that, Johnny, like to explain to people, because like I say, this is where you played that game, right? So we can see that he's inside Mikael Lawal's head. Right, you know, he's got him, Lawal's biting, he's biting already and all that. How important is that for Isaac Chamberlain and how much of
a plus for him? I'll tell you what it is. If you've trained for months on end to work on throwing probably 200 shots around, to work on stepping to your left, stepping to your right, throwing a jab and pulling it through, you've worked on a game plan, you've worked with your coach and he's got in your head, this is what we're doing, this is the plan, this is the act. And then all of a sudden, we've all been in it, boys and girls, when you've had arguments with your partners, guys are the worst. We can't speak straight, we swear, we stutter, we spit, and they'll come out with a cool one-liner and put you in a place because we can't finish. So as in boxing, when you get into the head of your opponent, he forgets about game plan. He just wants to batter you.
Why is that working against Lawal? As in, like, where he's in his head and he's snapping? Why does that work against him?
Because now he's thinking about emotion. He's not thinking about, you know what, I'm going to beat you professionally. He's got him emotionally involved. Tyson Fury's the best at it. And he's got him emotionally attached, emotionally involved. So now he hates him. He really dislikes him. Last time came in suits, black leather gloves, and I'm thinking, this thing's going to kick off, man. He's ready for it to kick off. He's got him to that state. Whereas Lawrence has got a little smirk on his face, little smile, just doing what he's doing. Remember, you went downstairs and you did that.
Isaac knows how to press the button.
And because he's been around some of the best pros. Now, the biggest indication was this: when you went downstairs to do the round table with those boys, and who was the most sensitive, who was the most touchy, who was the most like peed off.
Well, I wasn't even doing it. He was doing it, and Lawal didn't want you to do it for whatever reason because.
Yeah, but
but it wasn't that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you what it was. That he was just like where his brain's going, like he's going. Well, like all of a sudden they've got paranoid and gone. Dan's actually with Chamberlain. We go, well, it's not like that at all. Yeah, of course you know him, whatever. It's not like that. But that's what I'm saying. So when I saw that and they went, Spence, can you do this head to head? I'm like, this was 10 minutes before it was nearly done. I'm going, really? Wow. And he's going, no. You know what? He's a good guy, Mikael Lawal. But what I'd say is that he started
that's what I'm saying. That's what he's attached in emotions to the wrong. Why is he arguing? Why is he upset about you?
I don't know.
You understand?
I'm not even a cruiserweight anymore. He's giving away.
But what I'm saying is he invested his emotions in you, thinking, oh, he's on his
emotions
side.
Emotions are taken over.
It doesn't matter what anybody says until the bell goes.
Game plan wise, if he can affect Mikael Lawal and get him to not do things that he would usually do.
Yeah.
What does Mikael usually do anyway? I don't ever really see him with a game plan as such.
Mikael's strong. Mikael's strong. Good strong feet and walk towards you. He's not on the line his field, walk towards you and try and pull you down. What Isaac has to do is pop him, make him slip away, trip over his own feet. That'll affect his ego. That'll get hit on top of his ego as well, and that's how he gets him.
What about Mikael? Where does Mikael win this?
So Mikael wins this fight. That's Johnny says. Mikael's like quite flat-footed. He walks through. He puts everything into every shot. Jab, uppercut, uppercut. Everything's a single shot. But there's venom in that, right? So when there's venom in that, and you know with what's on the line and the magnitude of the fight and everything else, he's going to go out there fast and he's going to be going for it. So Isaac Chamberlain, as we know, loves to have a fight. He loves to have a tear-up. And he'll stand there and trade. He's a little bit kinky in the sense of he gets turned on a little bit by that. He's like, right, let's have a fight. That could be Chamberlain's undoing. Because what I'm saying is Mikael is very heavy-handed. So Chamberlain, if he gets reckless early on, he could get caught. And that's where Mikael wins the fight. Do I think that?
I don't think Mikael's a crucifier. When he's got you hurt, because he's not sharp enough.
But what I'm saying is Mikael,
powerful.
Yeah, Mikael can only really go one way, right? Whereas Chamberlain has got a better boxing IQ. He's more relaxed. He sets traps, as you say. He throws shots. He'll work the angles, and he fights it like he'll go in like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. He picks it up, brings it down. Mikael is very like sort of one level. Like everything's just a solid thing. So I'm saying to make a case for Mikael is that Chamberlain falls into the trap of getting drawn in and making a fundamental mistake, and that happens.
But the problem is this: Lawal will see this, and he'll be peed off with it, but you still won't be able to change it because emotionally he's that invested, that involved. Even though we've said what we've said, and he wants to prove us wrong, he's like, so he's got to. We've got to pick in between hating and being wound up by Lawrence or proving us lot wrong. So he's got to be smart. Isaac, getting wound up by Isaac, he's got to be smart and think, what can I do? And I think ego is going to be the problem.
I'm going to give you one here, right? So this one actually is for Mikael, right? In the way that he should handle this, because you know some fighters they get the ump about other ex-fighters having opinions and whatever. So we was in there, we had Lee Wood and Josh Warrington in the studio the other day. And so they're both sitting there and Lee's going, so Simon's saying to him, oh yeah, but he's going, oh actually. So we said, oh yeah, we think Lee's got the momentum with him. Lee's the one that wins the fight. And Lee's going, Josh Warrington's going, yeah, go on, keep saying it. He was feeding off it. He was going, yeah, I want to prove you wrong. Like, he was not getting upset about it, but it gave him energy and he had fed off that. For Mikael, that's what he needs to do. Like what I'm saying, he needs to feed off the fact that, people think that he's the underdog in this one, because he is.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Only one way to find out. Guys, I feel like you both said you expect Isaac Chamberlain stoppage.
Yep.
I'm going to give a double-edged one here.
Well, go on.
I think if it ends early, it could be Lawal. Through Isaac getting dragged into a fight.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think Isaac wins by a clear.
That's cool. Fence sitting, man.
Yeah, you guys have done it. You
just picked both.
We've seen part 1.
What you're saying is, right, this is where we're at, right? So whoever wins this one, he's got it right. Unless the referee knocks them both out, and he's referee. This the referee.
You know when you're you get told to be the ref for a football team, but you play for the football team, so you overcompensate. You start giving your own team yellows. That's what I'm doing here. I'm finding a reason.
Great fight. I think it's a great fight.
It's a great fight.
Yeah, I think of the whole night, that actually might be fight of the night.
I think it could be.
Isaac's one of those fighters that you can turn it on.
there is only one way to find out, and that is to join us and watch it, Sky Sports, October 21st.